Hi everybody, 18th of March, another day in my daily diaries of how I'm not coping with lost my wife due to Parkinson's. Well, today I've got some sad news to start this with. Angie's sister, Marilyn, her chap Ches, passed away this morning. You've heard me talk about him. Passed away at 3:30 this morning in hospital. He wasn't so well a couple of weeks ago. And had ended up in hospital for a few days, then complaining of chest. He had like a chest infection. Anyway, last week he was complaining of being out of breath and tired, and just kept himself in, but wasn't right. And he had lost a bit of weight. And even but Sunday night just gone. He worked on Sunday night in one of the new places that's opened here in Cleveland. It's called the Greedy Banker, because he's a singer, and a good one at that, like a soul singer. From Barbados originally, and he was big in Barbados. He had loads of hits, even some number ones back in the sort of late 70s, and then he ended up going to Australia and Canada, and he's been all around the world. But he lost all the copyrights to his music. He's done his head in over the last few years. His record company and his ex-wife had him over. So when he lost all bloody copyright, because he wrote a load of them. He's got one hit that's still played like around like the Northern Soul circuit. Anyway, he plays the guitar, he sings, plays the guitar, plays the keyboard, piano, really lovely piano player. Does a lot of Bob Marley in that, because that's what he does now. He just works around the pubs and the clubs. Anyway, on Monday, he was going for some tests. This was the morning after. He'd worked at the Greedy Banker here in Cleveland, and he collapsed. Anyway, so he ended up in hospital, and Marilyn was with him, and they did a few tests on him, and they just said to Marilyn, he hasn't got long left. Hours and days. Right out the bloody blue. So she stayed with him, and he bloody passed at 3:30 this morning. I got up this morning, put my phone on, and got the text, so she texted me, so I rang her. I said, go and get your head down for a bit. I had an appointment at solicitors straight after the gym, for myself, some stuff for myself. And then I went straight to Marilyn. So I've been making calls for her today, because she's a bit dizzy like that. She can't deal with it sort of thing. She doesn't know how to. So I've said I'll now do all I can. So don't some people get dealt a shit hand in life? Because Marilyn lost her first husband 20 odd years ago to cancer. She's lost both her sons, and now she's lost Ches, a partner of, I don't know, about 7 years, I think. 7, maybe 8 years. And he was such a lovely fella. I got on great with him. Well, most people did. I've told, I went and told all the neighbours this afternoon, and they all said the same thing. Such a lovely fella, and a chat to anybody, and he had my sense of humour and all. And when we was out, we could laugh at stupid things and laugh at things you shouldn't laugh at, if you know what I mean. But you just find them funny. And then while I was going back from the solicitors, going back to the car, I bumped into Carol, the owner from the Juice Wave cafe. So of course I had to tell her. I mean, she's only just lost her husband. And it's like, whoa, bloody hell. When is this bad news? When does it stop? And she knew Ches, because we used to go in every Friday as as a foursome, and then as a threesome. And now it's going to be a bloody twosome, isn't it? From Friday. I said I don't think Marilyn will come in on Friday, but you never know. We'll see. So you can imagine it's sort of it brought it all back for me about losing Angie again. You know, all this paperwork and having to deal with all this shit that you don't really want to be dealing with when you're first losing somebody. So I'm trying to do it for Marilyn, you know, with chairs and that. And of course, psychologically, I'm thinking, I've done all this not long ago. I've done all this not long ago. And Marilyn, you're going to have to do this, and you're going to have to speak to this person, you're going to have to do this, and I'm just reliving it all in my mind all afternoon again. Hey, so I'm waiting for a call back off the funeral place, because I've given them my number, because they'll not get no sense out of Marilyn if they ring her. But again, now it can be done until she gets the death certificate, which she can't get until the hospital release some paperwork, and I think it's like an interim death certificate, which then she can take and register the death. Hey, bloody hell, talk about one step forward and two back. It's one step forward and bloody three back at the moment. At the moment for me. Anyway, I've had a good long walk on the promenade. I left Marilyn home and tried to get her to go and have a bit of sleep. Because I had to go, I went around Cleveland's and talked, because all these bookings were coming in for the summer bookings for different places. So I've walked in two places in Cleveland's that he works, that was already phoning him up, right, Ches, give us your days you can work, and he was filling all his diary and working it all out, who's going to get him on when and what date, mainly weekends. But so one place that he works called Decades, I went in there and she got upset. The other place, the hotel, the Regal, it was just the staff there that I told. So I hope they pass it on, and you know, the owner doesn't just suddenly ring Ches's phone in a week or so, because Easter's coming up, remember. They're all wanting him for Easter time, booking him over Easter. So I've done that today. I'm going to have to go in the Greedy Banker, because they was having him, I think, at once every third Sunday, I think, just so they got different artists on. So I need to go walk in there and tell them tomorrow if I'm out. Like I said, so I had a good long walk on the promenade. Just had a proper good long walk, because the weather's been glorious today here. Just to try and clear my head a bit. Just to clear my head again. But anyway, I just feel flat again, as you can imagine. Just flat. I've been sort of flat all day, really, but I've tried to get my head into making some calls and doing stuff for Marilyn, you know. I've not even had a call off a mate today to make me laugh, which I've had last few days. Anyway, tomorrow's another day, as they say. I'll be up and at the gym in the morning, though, and then see what the day brings. Wish me luck. Again, so I'm going to get off now. Thanks for your comments and your support. I will do another one tomorrow. As per usual, you take care now. Bye.